What's going on, everybody? So yesterday I really just couldn't get to Law 8. I was extremely tired from that ride from San Antonio, 7 hours in the car. You guys can imagine, right? But today I'm just going to jump straight into it. Law 8. Law 8 says, make other people come to you. Use bait if necessary. So guys, just keep in mind that this book was definitely written to manipulate and rule, kind of like the world around you and so forth. So keep that in mind. The author says, when you force the other person to act, you are the one in control. It is always better for you to make your opponent come to you, abandoning his own plans in the process. Lure him with fabulous gains, then attack. You hold the cards. So obviously, for this law to actually be applicable to anybody, you have to have an enemy. You have to have somebody that you're really trying to take down or somebody that's trying to take you down. So in the event that you do have somebody out there who's trying to take you down, or you're trying to take somebody down for whatever reason it may be, whether it be personal or professionally, again, in that event, then this law would definitely be beneficial to know and understand. Keep in mind that the author says you hold the cards, right? You want to hold the cards. If you hold the cards, you are ahead of the playing field. You're ahead of the game. You're ahead of your opponent. You're ahead of your enemy. How do you do that, though? How do you make your enemy come to you? First things first, you have to understand exactly what it is that the enemy wants, right? So if you can understand what the enemy wants, then you can put yourself ahead by creating an illusion that you have it. Once you have it and your enemy knows that you have what they want, believe me, you better believe that your enemy is going to step out of their playing field, right? They're going to step out of their own comfort zone. Once that happens, you better believe that your enemy or opponent is now vulnerable, right? Once they're vulnerable, well, that gives you your opening shot to go ahead and make your next move. So key point to this law is don't act irrationally, right? A lot of times we get angry with our opponents, enemies, whatever. Again, it all depends on the scenario, but you get angry, you get frustrated, and you act quickly. You act out of spite when you're pretty much acting out of impulse, right? You don't want to do that. How many times have you been in a situation where you simply didn't think straight, acted, and boom, it didn't go good, right? So it's the same way in a professional or personal environment. You guys always got to keep that in mind. Just don't act out of impulse. Bottom line, if you can control your own actions, then you can control the cards. The cards that the author refers to at the end of his sentence, he says you hold the cards. By you making your enemy or opponent step into your own playing field, you've made them stop their own plans in the process, right? Like the author says. And that's key to this, because if they've stopped plotting, you can continue to plot and carry out your personal mission, right? Or just your personal defense. Because keep in mind that although these laws definitely sound like they're very manipulative and ruling and so forth, right? I am not promoting for you to go out there and go take down your whole office and everybody that you hate. Don't do that. The main purpose behind this law and the reason I like it is because it's definitely a good defensive law. It's a law that teaches you how to defend yourself in the event that you find yourself in that scenario. I need you guys to be woke, be ahead, be on top. Always be on top, right? That's the key to this law. So that's really sums up Law 8 for me. Let me know what you guys think. Let me know if you guys have ever acted irrationally in my daily poll. And let me know if it's ever worked out for you, because I sure as hell know that it hasn't worked out for me.